We'll go down a little bit. Hello, hello.
We're good.
Okay.
No, what? You lost it.
You go back up.
Hello. Yeah, go back up.
Okay.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Maybe a little bit more.
All right.
No, why you gotta hit it 7 times? Just hit it like 2 times. There you go.
Is that good?
Yeah.
73 is your number.
73.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we're ready.
Welcome to Lisa Beats Your Meat, episode Turkey Time. Cheers, Jimmy.
102. It's Saturday. Sunday, November 21st.
We are
just
just
into the Thanksgiving week.
Over here, smoking some hallucinogenic toads. We thought we'd maybe have a podcast.
It is Saturday night, you know?
Thought maybe we'd try dying a little bit.
What's that? Oh, yeah.
You didn't hear about this?
I did. Who was it?
Mike Tyson.
Oh, yeah, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson has died.
A couple other people died from it, too.
A lot of people have said it's actually like a vegan topic because there's a it's hallucinogenic. It's like a psychedelic, like it's a venomous toad that the venom of it, they secretes the venom, and then you take that venom and turn it into like a paste or a powder and then smoke that. It has like it's just like a crazy drug. But
where are these toads?
I don't know, but like when I heard this study or this, story, what I was disturbed by is that they milk the toads to get the venom.
Interesting.
I was like, how does that?
Well, yeah, I did see that.
Like they take snakes and they'll, get their venom out of their like fangs and stuff. And I think that's inhumane. I think like that snake's probably like, I'm secreting this venom because I'm trying to protect myself, and you're using my venom. Like, that's not cool. But this poor little toad that just has psychedelic.
Do they have nipples?
They said milk.
Yeah.
But they might just mean when the toad is secreting this venomous property.
I don't know a lot about
how it comes out of it or something.
Amphibians?
I don't think it's actually. Don't take what I said milk.
Are they amphibians?
Verbatim. I think a toad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you degenerate. Yes. But I think when they said that, like, when you milk the toad, I don't think that was like from a nipple. I think milking also means taking venom out of it or what else, Okay. But that's what we're doing tonight.
But Mike Tyson
I'm
said
just
that
kidding.
He
I
actually,
wouldn't do that.
Licked a toad, and then
did he say he licked it?
That's what I think so. And then
no, he definitely smoked it.
Somebody was saying that they smoked it. Like Hunter Biden smoked it.
Well, what has Hunter Biden not smoked? Yeah. He smoked Parmesan cheese?
I do.
Yeah, because he thought it was cocaine, right?
Crack, yeah, whatever.
You got to be so messed up to smoke some Parmesan cheese in thinking that it was cocaine or crack or crank or whatever.
Maybe he knew exactly what it was.
That was a 3 a.m. decision.
Oh, for sure.
Like
that's probably like a 7 a.m. decision.
That's true.
Anyways, welcome back.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving week we're leading into.
It is Thanksgiving week. We are getting ready. Jimmy and I are hosting Thanksgiving here at our abode.
Let's be honest, you're hosting Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What are you?
I'll be here.
You're not.
I'm invited.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're doing. No, you're not doing anything for the Thanksgiving part. No, but we are having
for the kids' playroom. Maybe
we're having Thanksgiving here, and it's just like my brother's family and my parents and then my aunt, and it'll be a good time. All vegan, and you know what? Not just to only speak to be the only one talking on this podcast, but But I was talking to this girl I was getting my nails done. Shout out to Fuzz on High Street.
In Columbus, Ohio, in America.
Yeah, it was a really cute place.
We're worldwide.
Yeah, but anyways, I was talking to her about a vegan Thanksgiving, and she was like, oh, so like you just don't have turkey? And like for me, it was just like a weird reminder that like I'm very lucky that I live in a family where like I'm vegan, you're vegan. My parents are, my mom's definitely vegan. My dad, we're not getting into it, but
He lives the life.
he does. He lives the life. And then, like my brother's family, his wife, she's not vegan, but she like is very aware and she's very like progressive in like eating. So she's like,
Yeah, she'd be vegan.
Accommodating to it.
If it's in front of her, she's choosing vegan.
Yeah. My brother's not vegan, but it took me by pause to like, I'm very thankful that that I can host a Thanksgiving that's vegan and no one bats an eye about it. Like it's cool, it's accepted, it's appreciated, and we're all good.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably not the norm for most people listening to this or anything.
Yeah, I should be thankful. I should take in the season and be thankful.
Be thankful for that. Yeah,
I am.
I think it's the hardest thing for a vegan, especially a newer vegan, is to enter a scenario where there's this like cultural, historical.
You gotta combat it. You gotta like
this
defend
is what we do
who you
on
are.
This day, yeah.
Yeah, I mean break social norms, but also, I don't think I don't know. Like for me, it's just more of like I do everything that's Thanksgiving. I am fucking Susie Homemaker, okay? Like I do everything.
Yeah.
We do every cultural activity centered around every holiday, centered on every like heritage, and like we do it all.
Yeah.
But it's vegan, but it's not like that's why I hope to portray that to my children, like we're not missing out. Yeah. So it's like I don't need to say because I'm a vegan out and be like fuck Thanksgiving, screw that holiday. It's like it's just vegan. It's just changed a little. And that's but like not to like get so serious about that. Like, but that's just what like progress really is, people, is hey, we don't need to throw out the whole goddamn thing. Just change it a little and move forward.
Yeah.
Just a little bit each day.
I had that thought because everyone has their thing they have to have at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And
they're very particular
when
about
I grew
it.
up, like one time my dad made shrimp soup.
Yeah.
Cream of shrimp soup, which was
you were
amazing. It was like a Campbell soup, cream of shrimp soup. And as the years went on, that became a tradition. Mm-hmm. And then he would add actual shrimp to the soup. Uh-huh. And, it's mostly milk and stuff.
Oh, because it was like is that like a Campbell soup? Is cream of shrimp?
Yeah. So
Interesting.
We kept the Campbell soup, and there were years we tried to make it natural or not natural, like by scratch homemade. Or whatever. But it was never as good as. But anyways, the point is, that's a tradition in my family, mm-hmm. but it wasn't always.
Right.
It's not like cream of shrimp soup goes back to the Pilgrims.
Right.
So like at some point, a change was made.
Right. A little change.
But the thing that stays is family getting together, enjoying each other, and being
thankful.
Family and being thankful. Yeah. So like for me to give up eating turkey on Thanksgiving, like was not a big deal to me, mm-hmm. but it is for some people. They're like, oh, I can't break my traditions. I got to have my.
You need to change your focus a little. And that's where I think that, not to get like worldly, is that we lose a lot of our steam. We lose a lot of our center and our focus when we take it from 0 to 100 instead of just small changes. Like I had a quote on my Instagram a couple weeks ago, and it was like so monumental, but it was like everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change the toilet paper. And it was like, that was so like eye-opening to me, because it's like everyone's like, wants to leave this legacy and be this bigger than life thing. And when in actuality, it's just small stuff. It's just it's just changing your point of view or opening your perspective, or, just doing one little thing differently, and it changes everything.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bizarre. And so Thanksgiving's a really good kind of like example of that, because I think people really do get tied down to these traditions, and it's like, bro, let it go. That's not what the point is. It's not about sitting down and eating turkey and weird ass shrimp soup or whatever you were eating. But
as
like
as a vegan host, what are we eating?
oh gosh, I brought my menu. Just
Oh yeah, I mean, people need to know. I mean, it's one thing. Like, I think you should also give tips on the more common scenario. You're showing up to a Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What
Well,
are
I
you
got a lot of
bringing?
sides.
But you're a vegan host.
Yeah.
What's
okay.
going on with a vegan host?
So I think we have like 13 or 14 people coming. So it's not like a ginormous get together, but it's big enough that, you know, it's a size. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going
That's
down.
a number.
That's a big number, I think.
But there, in my mind, my menu is, we just stripped it down to kind of like bare bone necessities in my mind of what you have to have at a Thanksgiving dinner. And my mom gave me 2 Gardein harvest rolls, which are like your tofurkeys.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
want.
not obsessed with them. But it was either those or I was going to make like a vegan main dish. I had a beef Wellington, but like a veggie. I was going to do like a mushroom or use some sort of meat in there. But I forgone that because I'm going to use these tofurkeys. They're not tofurkeys. They're harvest rolls.
Is it the same thing?
I think. I don't know. I don't really like them all that much.
I don't know what it was. It was like
Yeah, I'm not.
5 years ago. There was one at your brother's house.
Yeah.
and I
My
was
mom
eating
always
it.
brings them.
It tasted good, and I thought it was tofurkey. But if it was a harvest roll, whatever.
They're very similar. But anyways, I'm going to make a couple of those in like the crock pot. I've been researching how to use like a glaze on those. So I was thinking like one I'll do with like an orange-ish glaze, and then one will just be more of a traditional. Those are new. I haven't done that before, so I don't have a lot of advice or insight on those. I've eaten them. Like I said, I'm not like super obsessed with those. But like, to be honest, I'm just a sides person in general. I think if I was a meat eater, I would only eat the sides at Thanksgiving anyways. Like, that's just...
Which I think is probably more common than not for meat eaters even.
Yeah, doesn't everyone like talk shit about how turkey's always dry?
Most do. Actually, I was doing a job today doing floors for a guy, and he's cooking bacon and like he's making this bonanza of a breakfast.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about Thanksgiving, and he was like, "Oh, you're a vegan. You don't even eat turkey, right?" And he's like,
so you just probably don't do it, right?
And then him and Jeff, the guy I was working with, were like, neither of us do turkey on Thanksgiving.
They don't even eat it?
Yeah, they're like, it's gross.
Oh my gosh.
So he does like he does ribs and they still do meat, but they're just like
not turkey.
Turkey's kind of gross. Even when I was not vegan, I only ate I like the dark meat. It had more flavor, but
the dark meat.
But I don't know. Turkey, it's hard to make it taste really, really good. So anyways, the point is it's easy to adjust.
My cousin just had a baby.
Oh wow.
That's super cute.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good for her. A boy too. Oh. More boys, just boys, you know?
A lot.
Anyways, okay, so for our Thanksgiving, we're going to start off with I have 8 dishes that I'm making. And then it's not even that much, but I have mashed potatoes my aunt is making, and she's so excited about it. Actually, as a hostess or a host, I don't know what's the politically correct gender neutral term for that these days, but as the person serving the food, I think that when people ask, like, what can I bring? I think that means they want to bring something. And I do delineate out, like, stuff. Yeah. I think it's, like, it's not just them being, like, I don't know. You can tell when someone's, like, I don't want to bring anything. Like, what can I bring? And it's, like, a hollow, you know, or hollow response. But
get some paper towels.
But, like, I know my aunt is, like, excited to... We're not going to paper towels.
I know, I'm kidding.
Anyways, my aunt is excited to make mashed potatoes. So I'm excited, and she's not a vegan. So she's like, it's like a little
challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge for her. Okay, so anyways, we're having a bruschetta to start, and it's made out of like a pomegranate salsa. I don't know. I was going to get either that vegan feta or that mozzarella that I make. And I kind of am leaning towards the mozzarella that I make because then I don't have to go back to like a Whole Foods-ish.
But you have to make mozzarella.
Yeah, but you know that mozzarella that I've made in the past?
It takes like a long time?
It doesn't take a long time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Oh, I'm thinking of the blue cheese.
Oh, that sounds good.
Can you make that?
I will, sure. But
After Thanksgiving.
No, but this mozzarella, I've talked about it before. It's like I use that carrageener, blah, 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 like weird stabilizer. You don't have any idea what I'm talking about,
I
do you?
do. I'm picturing it, but I felt like it was a process.
Well, if it's a process, it's not. Anyways, it's pomegranate salsa on top of some sort of cheese. And then I was thinking about doing like a balsamic reduction. So it's like a glaze on top of that. So that's our appetizer. That's probably the fanciest thing out of the whole meal. My mom was a real influence on some healthy stuff. Like she was like, "Can you make this without butter?" And I was like, "Not a chance." So I threw in some healthy stuff for her. So we're gonna have kale salad, just like a normal kale salad, and I'm using a mayo based dressing. Don't tell her because she like won't eat it, but it's kale. I think it's okay.
Vegan mayo.
Yeah, it'll be just like a regular, how do I describe it? Like just like a regular salad dressing, and then some cranberries, and then I was thinking of doing pepitas or almonds. I don't know which. Do you have any?
Pepitas are those pumpkin seeds?
Yeah. Or almonds. Both pretty good for you.
I'd probably pick pepitas out of the two.
Okay. Do you want to say pepitas again?
Pepitas? I'm just proud I know what they are.
Yeah.
Honestly. But I like them better.
And then I was going to make a corn pudding, which is not healthy. But this is like a childhood thing that I am. It's not
tradition?
it's a tradition, but it's not like I gotta have it just Thanksgiving or Christmas, like somewhere along the season it has to happen. It's so good. It's non-healthy, but it's so good and very easy to be vegan. It's 1 can of creamed corn, even though it's creamed, is actually vegan. 1 package of frozen corn, 1 package of Jiffy cornbread, vegetarian box. Like they make those special. They're like 19 cents or something. A stick of butter, a cup of sugar.
Oh, wow.
And, and then I think it's like a half a cup or maybe a 3/4 of a cup of sour cream.
Sounds amazing.
It's so good. And you just mix that up, bake it for like 45 minutes. Delish. Like melt the butter, just, make sure it's a top tier Thanksgiving treat. So we got that. I'm making a fresh green bean salad. I was going to throw some like dill and lemon, something that's, crunchy. I think there's a lot of gooey and smushy stuff at Thanksgiving, so a little crunch helps.
Green bean salad or green beans.
Just like fresh green beans.
That's where I like some crunch though. Like what am I thinking of?
You're thinking of like green bean casserole.
Yes.
I'm not making that at all.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do gravy, which I'm like pretty proud of my gravy. I've perfected it among over the past years, and I just use like a variety of mushrooms. I've used dried or fresh, whatevs. I bought some crazy mushrooms at Whole Foods the other day that I'm going to use. It's like oysters and porcini, and I think it's cremini. But then there's one that's like, I don't even know the name, but it's real like a crazy mushroom. You can get like really weird varieties at Whole Foods these days.
Man.
Like mushrooms have really gone like berserk. But my gravy, it's
the best.
It is though. It's a typical gravy and like the procedure and how you make it.
And what is that? Briefly for me. Just melt them.
No. So you have to like saute like maybe like garlic, throw some herbs in there, and then it's like a roux, flour and stock and butter.
Then you just throw the mushrooms in there?
And then you throw the mushrooms in there, and then you throw more stock in there, and then you let it simmer down, and it thickens up. But I throw a lot of like red wine in mine and so much bay leaf and I don't know, just some special spices.
That makes it juicy like gravy, or?
It just makes it super good. I mean, the roux is just going to make it good. You can't go wrong with flour and butter, you know? Like those are just two solid ingredients that are just going to make anything taste good. Gravy.
If you want to speak different languages, that's fine.
Sorry. And then
roux? Sorry.
and then a sweet potato casserole, which I'm really excited because I've never made one like this. I got vegan marshmallows and I'm going to get pecans and like we're doing the whole traditional super sweet, you know, like candied sweet potatoes.
That's definitely, I think, a lot of people's tradition for sure.
I'm pretty excited about that. And, and then I was going to make a bread wreath. So for Halloween this year, I took frozen rolls and I thawed them. Like frozen rolls, you know, you get from like Kroger, your grocery store, like whatever. It's like not like these weren't nice or whatever. No, they were nice. They turned into something nice.
Tasted good.
But I de-thawed them and then I molded them into a spider. And then I painted the whole thing with butter and herbs, and it was very good. Wasn't my bread spider so good?
It was awesome. It wasn't just pleasing to the eyes.
Yeah, it was cool.
It tasted good.
Yeah,
but it looked really cool.
So
it tasted good too.
So I was gonna do a wreath, like shape all those frozen rolls into a wreath, and then put like rosemary, so it like looked like an actual wreath, and then I was gonna put like an herbed butter in the middle. Remember when I made that herbed butter for that onion bread that I made?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was going to do.
Why doesn't anyone make a cornucopia anymore? Or anymore. Like, I've literally never seen one in my life. But
yeah.
I remember in, like, school, we used to, like, color a picture of a cornucopia.
Yeah. That just shows how outdated schools are.
I guess. But maybe we should make a cornucopia. I'll make a cornucopia.
Okay. No, you have work to do. Don't fucking mess around with a cornucopia, you idiot. Dude, go to work in the basement like I told you.
I'll make one out of like tubes of caulk and like construction glue and whatever. But
speaking of caulk, though. This is my last bit. That's so funny because it's not actually a dick joke, which usually would be my go-to.
It's young.
But I've been making a gingerbread house. So where we live, there, the Franklin Park Conservatory it's our conservatory. It's like, plants and shit. And they have a gingerbread house competition every year, but they're due like right around Thanksgiving because they're on display right after Thanksgiving until January.
Season,
yeah, so you got to get them in early. So I've been working on a gingerbread house for like I'd like to say like a week or two, but like literally like a month or two.
3 weeks maybe.
And it's funny you mentioned caulk because this morning, so I had this whole house planned out. It's vegan, okay, and it's hardly edible though. And I've cheated multiple times. Yeah. So you're
not gonna eat polyurethane.
I started spraying it with polyurethane because I wanted to make sure it lasted. Yeah,
it was pretty early.
I was nervous about it.
Yeah, no one's gonna actually taste it. But
no, definitely not. But
the important parts are edible.
Nothing's edible. I mean, it started as edible.
Yeah, you're not making it out of plywood.
No, but I had this like real intricate roof line. It wasn't just like an A-line roof. It was like 4.
Like our roof, like a roof on a ranch.
I don't know how to explain that. Like it's like what is that? How do you describe it? Have you even seen the roof? No. Okay. Well, regardless, I was having a real hard time getting the 4 pieces to like stay together with just royal icing is what I was using. So I was like, I was fixing up some stuff in our house this week for Thanksgiving next week, and I was caulking up like a bunch of holes and stuff and like working on woodwork, and so I had latex caulk, and I was like, well, I'll just use that to like put this roof together. And listen, just FYI, latex cock does not hold gingerbread together. It's not going to work. But I went online and I searched
It's not an adhesive.
No, it's not.
Like,
It started to like melt stuff.
I have tubes of white caulk
Adhesive.
that is also an adhesive.
Well, it doesn't matter. Just listen. So I went online and I Googled, can you use a hot glue gun on your gingerbread house? And the first response was like, hot glue guns work great on gingerbread houses.
Oh my gosh.
So needless to say, like my gingerbread house looks awesome.
If you win.
Yes, it's just I use a hot glue gun.
It's also like a family competition. When do we get to,
nowhere.
contribute?
Not even a little.
Today, Bob found a
candy cane
in the basement when he was ripping through old Christmas stuff, and he like brought it up, and he was like, I want to eat this. And I was like, I don't think you do. And he's like, I do. And he started eating it.
Gross.
Which I allowed. And then halfway through it, 10 seconds into it, he was like,
this is gross.
I like this, Dad, but I don't want any more.
Yeah.
He's like, can I put it on Mom's gingerbread house? I was like, nobody touches that gingerbread house.
Touch it. For sure. Okay, so sorry if that was monotonous and boring, but that's what our Thanksgiving is.
It's the time of the year.
Don't even get me started. I could like have another 20 minutes to talk about the drinks we're having, but
oh yeah, well we could do that. I mean, this is the Thanksgiving episode. By the time it'll be out on Sunday.
Yeah.
People will listen to it on their way to their family trips. Just kidding.
Totally.
But maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Totes.
Between their murder podcasts.
That's all I want to listen to, but that's fine.
You listen to this shit.
No.
Just kidding. But yeah, I don't know. My love for defending veganism came from me driving home trying to confront my family on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like knowing that I was going to have to be able to defend myself. It's part of the reason I think this podcast exists.
I've never had that. Oh, no. I mean, I defend myself to like random people.
Yeah.
Not my family, though. My family, they all know.
I mean, we've said this a few times on the show, but not as much as we used to have to defend ourselves.
Well, because you reach a certain point. That's funny because I think my brother mentioned this to me, like what happens when, this was actually just a recent fight. Yeah. I fight with my brother all the time. That's not.
Yeah. With Thanksgiving or the Halloween
normal
thing?
Yeah. And he was like, what are you going to do when like people are making fun of your sons for not eating meat? And I was like, that's so stupid because my sons are going to be like, like aware enough to be like, if you're making fun of me for what I'm eating, you're stupid, Yeah,
and so far it's been the opposite.
It has, yeah.
Like, people are interested in it. Even like James, who's in 7th grade, who's not born and raised vegan. Our younger boys are, but his friends are intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like a thing, like everyone's trying to like be different.
Yeah.
As they grow up in middle school and high school, they're trying to like have an identity. I could see that. Maybe not for James, but
yeah, I feel like most middle schoolers just want to be the same.
I don't know.
Is that not a thing anymore?
I always wanted to be different.
Because that's weird because I was very different as a middle schooler and did not like it.
No, because you grow your hair long or you like wear weird clothes, or you...
The fuck kind of school you going to? Cut your hair.
Whatever. I'm just saying, like, I don't see it as anything that's not going to be embraced.
Right.
Like, it's intriguing.
And if it's not embraced...
the confidence to be like, fuck you, I don't eat this shit.
Yeah, but if it's not embraced also, I don't... Not that you have to take it on, but if my son is hanging, or my children are hanging out with people that, are Neanderthal-ish to it, I don't want my children, like, enlighten them, Bob and Max. Tell your Jimmy Schmo and, Joe Blow that this is not that weird, and we'll move on. But, if they're hanging out with kids that just can't get it, like, fuck them. I don't.
Yeah, we'll see how they deal with it.
So far, he's 4.
Yeah.
Hasn't really had, like... a lot of issues with that.
James is not vegan. He's vegan with us.
Yeah.
But did you hear me mention the other day, like his friend his video game name is Lisa Beats Your Meat.
No, it's not.
And I was like, wait.
His friend's name?
And I was like, wait. And he's like, yeah, I joked that was the name of your podcast.
Oh,
and
my
I was like,
God.
oh, wait a minute. You guys can't be listening to our podcast. And I had like
mortified.
I forgot about that. I meant to mention
his
that.
Friend, so not James.
Joseph.
Joseph's name is Lisa Beats Your Meat.
On like a video game.
I'm dying. That's horrifying.
I mean, for the most part, it's a pretty informative, I'd like to think, what we do.
Crapshoot. All right, well, let's go on to some information then. Okay, so
let's just keep this Thanksgiving. Like, I had some other stuff we want to talk about, but I say we just keep it Thanksgiving.
Okay, let's talk about Thanksgiving.
There was one article I saw that was like tips or tricks
for surviving Thanksgiving as a vegan. Let's hear it.
Which we've already dabbled on, but like, so this is opposite of what you said. Supply your own food.
Yeah.
So,
like, bring a side.
Yeah, if
like
you're rolling up.
A big side.
Yeah, I mean,
like a not like a big side, but like I made I've been to a lot of vegan Thanksgivings that were not vegan, and I would bring a vegan main, and I went into it thinking I'm not gonna have a lot to eat, so I have to
supply yourself some food.
Like, I wasn't gonna bring like cranberry sauce. Like, I was like, I know I need to bring something that'll keep me sufficient.
But also, I mean, you got to show off.
Right. So I used to make this vegan tart that was really easy to make, and it was also like super like impressive. One, just bought store-bought pie like crust, which is all vegan. It's not super healthy, but it's vegan like by default. And then I just got like a bunch of root vegetables, like sweet potatoes and onions and like parsnips and like regular potatoes and just all that root vegetables, and slice them up super thin, roast them, throw them, put the pie, pie crust down, put the vegetables on top, and layer them kind of like a ratatouille, and then put the pie crust on top of that. And it was good. It was good, and it was like impressive looking. And it was like something that
other
could
people
sustain.
liked it.
Yeah, other people liked that. It was like a vegetable pie, which doesn't sound good, but it was.
Yeah, don't call it that.
A vegetable pie.
Yeah. The first time I went to, we're in Ohio, and I was traveling home to New York for my first vegan Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I was only 6 weeks into it.
Yeah.
So I was coming home a rook, you know.
A rook?
A rookie. Like,
oh my God.
Is this gonna...
A rook?
I wasn't even...
You sound so youthful. I really... Sorry, I'm just taken aback by your...
fresh new vegan.
But
also, I wasn't even convinced that I was a vegan at that point. I mean, I wouldn't say I was a vegan.
Listen, to give a little...
I was trying to be a vegan.
Yeah, but to give a little background, you were also going home. You were dating me.
Yeah.
That was a fresh relationship that was a little dicey to begin.
Yeah. It was also like...
So it was just like it was a lot. It was very dramatic.
So I had to come back with some
answers.
Justifications.
Your family was like, what is going on? You are now dating a new girl and you're a vegan?
Yeah, which I was...
What?
I was quite a carnivore before that. And
yeah.
On this topic, you sent me home with, or back to New York with that Whole Foods, like
those
fake
little chicken nuggets. Yeah.
It's like $80 million.
Yeah.
And it's good.
It is good.
It's real good.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than turkey. And anyone would admit that.
Yeah.
In an honest conversation between the two. And so that's all I had.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I listened to...
You brought your own?
What did I listen to on the way home? What's the vegan book? It's like 800
China
pages.
Study.
The China Study. So listen to the China Study on the way home.
What a nerd. I couldn't even listen to that.
Well, I couldn't read it. I tried to read it, and I listened to it. So
I guess that, yeah.
I came back home locked and loaded.
You just liked me so much. Listen to the China Study.
It wasn't about you.
Yeah, it was.
It was about the food.
100%.
But anywho.
You're like, this girl, she's a vegan. I'm going to try to impress her. Have you heard of the China study, Lisa?
Your mom got me the book.
She did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The hard. I don't read physical books, but I think she got that for me. But anyways, I came home ready to defend veganism, and I just presented that weird Whole Foods chicken, and everyone was like,
This is delicious.
This is so good.
We're in.
There was
Where's Lisa?
Yeah, there was no argument. There's no conversation. I didn't have a chance to defend myself. It was just like, oh yeah, this is really good.
Well,
that was it.
Good.
Because I could eat the other stuff, I guess. I mean, not. A lot of people's Thanksgiving is full of dairy. I guess that's what works itself into everything.
But there's just.
But anyways, the point is like, bring something that's going to be tasty.
Yeah.
That people are going to be like, oh.
Like a shepherd's pie is a great.
If you're in a heathen environment, which.
Right. I would say a shepherd's pie is a great go-to because it's definitely going to be filling. You can just do vegetables. You can do meat crumbles. Put white potatoes on top. Put sweet potatoes on top.
Yeah, but if you're showing up to someone else's shit, though. A side's probably all you need.
Yes, but
it's got to be a side that everyone wants.
But it's a side that's a hefty side, like a shepherd's pie, like a vegetable tart, like a beef Wellington, quote unquote beef, like a mushroom Wellington. It's something that's a bit more hearty.
It's gonna take over, so people will be too full to eat turkey.
No, but just something that like if you're going to a Thanksgiving and you are the vegan.
Oh, for yourself.
You need something.
Okay,
Don't get me wrong. I usually eat less on Thanksgiving because I like to get more drunk.
Yeah, same.
I'm not trying to like overeat. I overeat the next day. Hardcore.
Turkey sandwiches on
because usually like this Thanksgiving day, it's like a party and like I'm trying to like hang out and party. I don't ever eat that much on Thanksgiving, but then the leftovers the next day, that's where I really that's really where I loosen up the belt.
As a kid, it was all family, and it was just my family, and I don't know, like it wasn't we were inviting anyone in or out. There was no entertaining, so we like ate. We all walked around the block, which actually I was gonna try to encourage.
We do that.
We should do that on your old school block.
We're walkers.
On your old school block, like after we eat.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. And then
not reinventing the wheel here.
I know, I'm just saying. And then do you guys walk around the block after Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we've walked around the block on many holidays, like on Christmas and snow time. Like because it's like you eat a big meal.
I've never heard of that. Like
you've never
besides
heard of
us.
Walking?
That's what we after Thanksgiving dinner.
So you guys are so progressive.
No one else did it in my town.
No, I'm done. Anyway,
well, the Italians would look at it. Sorry.
Jeez.
But anywho, the point I was getting at was next topic.
We'll eat, and then we'll go for a walk.
Yeah, I'm saying.
And then we'll eat some dessert.
I don't like to I don't like to get like overfed because as a child, that's all we did, and then we'd go for that walk, and then we'd all just be like, bleh.
Yeah.
Like pass all over the house.
It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
It's good though if you're not like we weren't entertaining anyone. It was just us. It was our family. You know what?
We have to entertain each other.
But if we're entertaining like other folks, you can't just be passing out on the couch.
Right. I just
socialize.
I don't like eating that much because it just makes me feel guilty.
And the Buffalo Bills are playing on Thanksgiving this year at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I got to stay up till midnight on Thanksgiving.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go Black Friday shopping.
Black Friday. That's what it's called? Black Friday? Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
I need a couple new TVs.
You need some new underwear. All right, number 2.
Number 2 I like a lot.
This
might be the last topic.
What is this?
Leave your activism.
I can't read that. I hope you know it's 2.5 feet from my face, and I can't read it.
We're not reading this article, but I like the headlines. The headlines, I think, are... This one's good. Leave your activism and your judgment for another time.
Damn,
how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that?
That is some smooth words.
Yeah.
No, that's perfect.
You could agree or disagree with that. I mean,
I 100% agree with that because I think that it's family time, and for you to monopolize it and use it as your time to like tell everyone how you're feeling
and make
it's just not
people
the time.
hate vegans.
It's not the time. Just it's not. And
It's not.
as it's hard because people get so passionate about what they believe in, and
Especially veganism. I mean, it's
I've
hard.
been at a fault of this. I've ruined many meals because I'm like, I die on that sword for it or whatever. But Thanksgiving's not the day. It's just not. It's just not the day. It's not the day to talk about politics. It's not the day to talk about religion. It's not the day to talk about like money, and it's not the day to talk about,
veganism.
Veganism.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean,
it's
it
not.
is like if there's one thing you could thread as like the universal thing that Thanksgiving is about, it's family, right?
Right.
More than any other holiday.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a very unique holiday in this country.
Whatever your family looks like too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Whatever your family looks like, whether they're related to you or not. But yeah, there's a time and a place for, when you want to speak your mind, and it's just
going back to like supplying your own food, like that's your
a statement.
that's your
a statement
gesture.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's enough. And if that intrigues conversation, or if someone else is like, "Oh, there's the vegan," like you can gently address that. But it's not your chance to be like,
it's the phrase,
"Oh,
you win more flies with honey than vinegar."
yes."
It's just 100%. It's that. It's just, hey, my food's delicious. You should try it. Hey, I don't know. Here's another option for what you were eating. So good. Try it. Not fuck you for eating a turkey. Even though
I'm 35 and I look like I'm 17.
Yeah. Except for I should use some. I need like a facial or something. But yeah, no, it's just not. It's not the time. It's not the place.
No, I agree with that a lot. And it probably seems like the time and place. I mean, you feel like that. You're in a scenario where everything around you is not vegan. So, anyways, don't be a jerk at Thanksgiving, I guess. And you're not going to convince anybody by making them feel like shit on Thanksgiving or trying to guilt them into what they're doing on Thanksgiving. It's not going to work.
Right.
So, like, just show them, I don't know.
Be kind.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Be skinny. No, I'm just kidding.
Be skinny. Oh, my gosh.
So this article we're getting headlines from is from Veg News, which is a great site. But some of these are funny. Number 3 would not do this ever. It's kind of the opposite of number 2. Change the angle. And it's like, this is recommending for vegans celebrating with their non-vegan household. The Thanksgiving feast is comprised of a lot of food, so asked to be arranged on the table so that the carcass is out of sight and might make the situation more tolerable.
Oh.
It's kind of the opposite of number 2. If you're like, excuse me,
Right.
could you move my seat away from the turkey so I don't have to see that dead carcass?
Yeah. So
it's literally negating number 2.
Right. That's okay. So like I've mentioned many times before probably. I've been vegetarian for so long, since like the 5th grade, and I think I'm a little desensitized to like meat and carcasses and stuff.
Yeah.
Like people are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's probably like really offensive to you," and it's not, cuz like for me, when I see a turkey or, a fish, like a full fish with its eyeballs and stuff, which other people are like, "Ugh, I can't." It's the same. It's the 100% the same as eating like a packaged hamburger. And so it's not as like jarring to me. I mean, I guess it's a bit more disgraceful, or disrespectful.
No, I mean,
but it's all the same. Like I don't have a problem looking at like a dead turkey as I do, hanging deer in someone's garage that they're about to skin, or like,
but if
a crocodile that someone's going to use for a bag, or it's literally all the same. It's all life. It doesn't matter. It's all the same to me.
If you're sitting near the turkey and
It's
I
not
move you
gonna-
2 seats over,
It's not going
it's
to
not
bother
going to make
me.
a difference.
But that's me I don't know. Other people do get really offended by it.
Yeah,
but that's just not.
Your seat at the table is not going to change that. If you're going to be a jerk about, or if you can't sit at a table with meat, then
yeah, you're
fine.
Definitely not following Rule 3.
Yeah,
sure.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I get it. I can't. I don't know. Like
some people can't hold their tongue.
Yeah, but I mean, I will speak.
But if a turkey is gonna freak you out, if a turkey is a trigger, then
moving a few.
Don't
seats
go to that Thanksgiving.
Yeah, moving a few seats away. I don't think it's gonna change that.
Right.
And I mean, I get it, but like, yeah.
Then you should maybe find a Thanksgiving that's completely vegan to go to. You can come to my Thanksgiving. It's completely vegan.
There are some. Exactly. So, number 4 was get spotlight ready, which is what we were just talking about.
Get spotlight ready.
You're going to be.
What does that mean?
As we said earlier, you're going to be, if you're in a good environment where people are open to whatever's happening, they're going to ask you questions.
Yeah.
I think that's being a good vegan, I guess.
Right. My go-to...
You have to be ready to answer questions as to why.
Right. My go-to was, my jokes. I'm always coming up with the jokes when I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it feels like to be uncomfortable anymore because it's just like, I'm just going to like make weird jokes regardless, like
yeah
I don't even know what that feeling feels like,
have fun with it.
Is allergic to meat and dairy, but in my heart that's like what I say to like like servers at restaurants, and they're always like, that's so funny, and I'm like, don't worry, I'll tip you well, it's fine.
We cool.
What else? Like, I don't eat meat or dairy. Oh, well, I don't eat meat or dairy. Where do you get your protein from? Your dad. That was always a good one.
That's very, very subtle one.
Yeah, but just like say it like real, like nonchalant. Like, where do you get your protein from? Oh, your dad. I get tons of it. He's like a lot.
Jesus.
And then I don't know where else. Oh, like I'd always make fun of like, this is where I would like cross the line and be like
not like the previous joke.
Cross the line.
This is where you cross the line.
And be like, but like be vengeful, because it would be like, that milk is a cow's, breast milk, or I'd make some sort of joke about that. Yeah, like you're sucking on a cow's teat, like that's cool.
Like, you like curdled breast milk? That's
or like, do you know that there's pus in that milk? I don't know, like all kinds.
I go right to that.
Yeah.
So yeah, my thought on all that. Are you done with your jokes?
I probably could think of a couple more.
But I mean,
I like my wieners hard.
Oh wow.
That was a good one.
It's a good one, yeah.
Because that's like a long joke, because it's like overeating meat and dairy causes to like heart, like plaque buildup in your heart. It causes
it's all over.
To cause like a limp dick.
I'm gonna bring this right to like erectile dysfunction.
Yeah. Like, oh, would you like some meat? No, I like my dicks hard. It's a weird one. It takes a while to get to the conclusion, but
man,
if you think about it for a long time,
we did that, right?
Yeah, but like I guess that should be like in reference to you eating it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's always worked.
Yeah.
But my thought, on that line is,
like,
what's your joke? I don't have any jokes. Well, I probably do, but you're not going to show up and be like a jerk about it. But showing up and being like, I'm not trying to go at anybody and just making this comfortable. Like, I'm not starving. Like, I'm not going to be critical of what you're eating or not eating. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat food. I'm going to have a good Thanksgiving, and that's fine.
Let's move on to the next number. Where are we?
I think we went through all of them.
No, we were on like 5. You said there were 7.
There was...
Go back up.
It's gone.
Now you're...
I got rid of it.
What? We weren't done.
The last 2 were like...
Jimmy, go back to the article. can't just. It was a 7-list article, and you just gonna X out of the last 2.
Sorry.
You're like Dexter level psychopath.
I thought we were rocking and rolling here.
Oh my god, number 6.
Number 5 was throw a virtual party.
Oh.
This is terrible advice.
Okay,
like,
well, we're not going to do a virtual party.
If you can't go to the party, like, make up your own party and like.
Okay, yeah, that's stupid.
6 was hold the wall, which is kind of like what we've been talking about. Like, be ready to
hold the wall.
So it's a Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, okay.
But it says, excuse me, you have to be able to hold down your vegan wall, which translates to being able to show pride. Same thing, defend yourself, be able to like justify why you're vegan.
Oh, okay.
But the last one,
you're into, even though
sort
you've
of
completely changed.
We all have that uncle who's never amounted to much in life. This is really like harsh. It's like,
what? Wait, what's the title say?
It says, don't let your uncle get you down.
Okay.
Especially after he's had a few sips of eggnog.
Wow.
This is very judgmental.
That is a little judgmental. Because to be honest, I
fuck
have
your piece of shit uncle.
I have like multiple uncles like this, you know?
Just know that his insensitive words are incoming and don't let him get you. I guess the advice here is like, yeah,
that is a good point. I definitely
don't let some like honk. Yeah.
I 100% have many times have someone that's my family or, like a distant family member that's just, they don't get it. They just don't get it. They don't understand it. And they're like, oh, you're vegan. Here's some, white turkey, or like, here's some fish or, they just do not understand like what it means.
Yeah.
So what do you do about those people? This does raise like a very good conversation. What do you do about those people that just, you don't want to be rude. You don't want to you also don't want to dismiss them. How do you tell them so concretely?
I think you just have to keep being like,
That's your.
Like, because you don't want to like.
Your Jimmy's response is just nah.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even think that even. I'm seeing number 7 here differently than you are, but I know what you're talking about. You have aunts. Like, you're not gonna see like your old aunt who makes like a plate of cookies every year.
Every year she gives them.
She's so proud of them. You're not gonna be like. You're not gonna talk her down from that. Take the cookies.
I do, and then I give them to the firemen.
Yeah, or shit, throw them out. I don't know, but you're not gonna be like, hey, this is you should not do this.
You know what?
I don't know.
No, that's my bad because I
think
do.
You should?
I
You
should
stand up to her.
I'm not. It's not stand. It's not. It's not a combative thing, but I should reiterate. Like, you know what I should do? I should bring her some vegan cookies.
I'll make her a whole plate.
I'll be like, yo, you keep giving me. I have an aunt who gives me a whole plate. She gives everyone. She makes like 3,000 cookies.
Yeah.
Every Christmas season, and she gives them to everyone, and it's like a whole thing. And she's a really good baker and a really good cook,
and a good person.
I just
give people good.
Yeah, she's super Polish.
Comes from a great place.
She makes like all the pierogies. Like that's like her, like she's super good at it. But yeah, I don't ever reap the benefits because I don't eat the food that she provides. But if I could give her some vegan stuff and be like, yo, I know you always give me a plate of cookies and I can't eat them, but here's some cookies that I can eat that maybe, you take.
Yeah, try these. Do you like them?
Right, yeah, like something progressive because I don't care how old you are.
That's probably the play.
I don't care, like what your background is. Everyone can learn something new.
Yeah.
Everyone can. But it's just how do you go about it? And I think that's like I think this is like the whole point of this whole podcast is like every uncomfortable.
Not even this episode. This literally the whole entire podcast.
Right. It's just like it's
been our thing. It's like
everyone has had this uncomfortable conversation with someone where they're just like, there's a block where they don't see your views and you don't see their views, and it's just an impasse. And how do you break through that impasse? And I think, sharing something with them is a good idea. Coming at them with like a very open heart and be like, I understand you think turkey is awesome. And I understand you think, your cookies are awesome. And I bet they are super delicious, but here's, my side of it. And come at it just like
you're a murderer. You rape cows.
Right.
Like that's not the approach.
No, it's not. It's really not. I don't think that we're winning anyone over with that kind of attitude.
That's because, again, that's the last thing on this is like, don't let your loud uncle get to you. But that's not, you don't address that by like belittling them, being like, oh, you're just a drunk. It's a jerk, which is what this is saying.
Yeah. But no, don't do that.
But
that's rude. That's judgmental, and that's rude regardless.
You have to approach things how you can. So
they're people.
Like your aunt, I don't know how old she is, but she's older than us, and she's done this her whole entire life, and it's something she's built and been proud of, and it's never been in her brain that like this is a different way of living, and it's a healthier way of living,
right?
And to change that,
I don't want to give her. I don't know if I want to give her cookies because I don't want to be like, I'm better at your game than you.
No, if you're just like, hey, I make cookies too. Like, try to make cookies. I don't know. I've met her. I don't think she'd be offended by that.
I feel like she would.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know how to
general.
But this is a good point. It's like I've been a vegan for a bazillion years and I still have these problems. So yeah, I don't know. But she gives me vegan magazines.
Yeah, I guess if she gives you like a
she
plate
knows,
of cookies and you're like, here's my plate of cookies for you, I guess.
That's a little combative. I don't.
But I like the way you said it. Like, listen, I'm sorry, I can't eat your cookies, and I love what you do every year, and I appreciate it. But
I appreciate
I made you some. I don't know. I don't know how you approach that.
I don't think that's gonna work. I don't really know. I don't know.
Or do you just keep taking the cookies and being like, eh?
We all take them. My mom takes them.
How could you not?
I take them.
No, thank you. It's a beautiful.
She says every time, she's like, I know you're not gonna eat these, but here you go. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, thank you. This is super weird.
It's a tough one.
We're having this interaction.
Lisa
right
Beats
now.
of Meat does not have all the answers.
No, I don't. I don't know. Like. Thank you for these cookies I'm not going to eat, and I'm not going to eat them, and I know I'm not going to eat them, but thank you so much.
Really, it's a very nice gesture.
It is,
a generous woman and a great woman and a good cook apparently here.
Yeah,
I've had her food that's vegan. She does dabble,
She does.
Just try to like.
She does. What if I could be like, yo, could you make like one cookie that's vegan?
Maybe that would be better than like presenting.
I'm gonna like literally. I'm going to contact her in the next week or so.
She'd appreciate that more.
Because she starts working on this super early. And I'm going to be like, yo, Teresa, could we maybe make a couple dozen that are vegan?
I think that's the plan.
I could like go over to her house and help her make them, even though I'm not like a good cook or baker.
Instead of being like, here's mine, that's a better play. Like,
let's do this together. I think
you got it.
I think that's what we're gonna do.
You solved it. This is the whole podcast.
Yeah.
You solved it all.
That's crazy. I'm gonna do that.
Can I help you make your turkey more vegan?
Let's make vegan kolaches. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love kolaches.
We made them a couple years, 2 years, 3 years running now.
Yeah.
Hey, Teresa, I'm gonna make some vegan kolaches. We'll make them together.
Well, on that note, I think that's a good sign off.
That's progress.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay.
We figured it out.
You get so sentimental. You could like see it in your eye. It's like you've got like there's like I don't even know how to explain it.
If no one listens to this, at least I have it on record for my family.
You're so sentimental. Like this is what I envisioned happening in your eye is like a snow. You know that like snow that's like falling and it's like wisping across the plains, and it kind of like the snow, like a big gust of wind comes and like twirls it up into like a little circle. That's like what's in your eye right now. You're like, I get it, Lisa. Let's do it. And then it's like, like a little twinkle at the end. Like a little twinkle's like, bing.
Last night I had a dream that we did it twice one day.
Wow, that is a dream.
That's
that is a dream.
It's closer to what my brain's doing.
That's so funny because I had a dream that a bear was chasing me and I was on my bike and I had to go as fast as I possibly could because this bear was gonna get me. And it was so close so many times. It almost got me like the whole time. And we were just in our neighborhood. It was terrifying.
Was it like me?
No, it was just like a black bear.
It was me being like, one more time, Lisa. One more time.
I was like, get the fuck away from me. We did it last month. Leave me alone.
All right, it's bedtime.
I'm just kidding. All right. Well, this is fun. I hope maybe anyone out there got some Thanksgiving tips or, direction or pointers or anything to help them.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's a hard one. It's hard. It's hard, and I have a lot of empathy for people who are new vegans or starting out or veteran vegans because it's a weird thing because I think Thanksgiving as the holiday is like a super cool holiday. I think the fact that we've normalized eating a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving is bizarre. And the fact that the turkeys have just gone from like 4 pounds to like 75 pounds is also very bizarre.
President pardons them.
That's so morbid to me. And that he names them and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's all like, I don't know. It's just what we compartmentalize to like have empathetic feelings to and what we don't is weird. It's weird. I can't look at one thing and be like, I feel for you, and then like I don't feel for you at all. Like it's just I don't know. It's bizarre, but it's normalized. It's all normalized behavior. And isn't that a testament to some psychological shit?
Normalizing it.
Yeah. Well, unnormalize it. Go have yourselves a Thanksgiving dinner and bring yourself a vegan main or don't. And as my mother always said, vodka is always vegan.
Oh, wow.
So, there you go.
Finished off with that.
All right. You guys have a good night.